Hi Scorpio, Happy New Year. Welcome to your reading for January 2019. My name is Melanie and welcome. Today I'm using two different decks of cards, the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition deck, and I also use a second set of cards, of which I kind of use as oracle cards, and I'll be pulling one of those cards at the end of the reading to get an overall theme for you for the month of January, and they'll be coming from the deck called the Dreamtime Reading Cards, which is about connecting with the ancient spirit and nature of Australia. But I'll be going through those a bit later. This is a general reading for Scorpios, sun, moon or rising sign. Take what you like and leave the rest. So I'm just going to dive right in. 5 cards emerged for you guys for the month of January for lovely Scorpios. First card there representing past energy, and that is the 4 of Coins or the 4 of Pentacles. Second card being current issues, current situation, 6 of Cups. Third card there being possible obstacles for this month for Scorpios, Wheel of Fortune. Fourth card being possible helpful tools for this month, the Ace of Wands. And the 5th card there being outcome card for the month of January 2019 for Scorpios. You guys have the Justice card. So what does this all mean? I'm going to go through them one by one. So the past energy, you guys have the 4 of Coins card. So this card is about stability, security, control, possession, conservation, sort of holding on tightly to what you've worked for. And perhaps a little too tightly, clinging to kind of riches and perhaps holding on to the illusion of stability, not wanting to let stuff go that you've worked hard for. This card could also represent a gift, an inheritance, some sort of financial gain, status acquired through wealth. It's a card about financial protection, and security, fear of kind of loss and sort of hoarding or holding on to that stuff. Really a sense of just kind of holding on to protect your wealth, protect your material things. And having things in your life that you want to, tangible things in your life that you do want to protect. So something in the past has maybe created this feeling like you have accumulated stuff, or you do have things that you want to protect, and you're coming from a place of that, of holding things really close to you, and you're focusing on what you do have in your life, or you were focusing on that very much, not what you don't. It is a bit of a warning card against not to guard yourself too much to share, so maybe you have been holding on to things a lot, you have acquired success, and that's an awesome thing, but has there been a degree of kind of selfishness in a way? I'm not sure, but either way, it's a sign of it's a card of financial success and sort of accumulation and sort of security, like I said at the beginning, and stability, and really wanting to hold on to that, which I totally get. So interesting that that's past energy, because moving on to the second card representing current issues and the current situation in January for Scorpios, and that's the 6 of Cups, and this is a card about the past. It's about past connections, reunions, old relationships, learning from the past, looking back over the past, sort of with the maturity of age and distance. It's a card about memories, about good memories, about renewal. It can be a card about networks and getting help from someone, or someone returning from the past, or meeting someone that you feel like you've known forever, from, past life or something like that. It's a card about childhood, potentially reminiscing about childhood. Very nostalgic kind of card. It's a positive card about positive and harmonious networks and connections and relationships. Things earned and returned, sort of what goes around comes around. Sometimes we may be a bit stuck in the past and dwelling on the past a bit too much. There may be some really happy memories, hopefully from the past, but perhaps you're living a little bit too much in them. I think I do wonder if that's a bit connected to the Four of Coins card there, with really kind of holding on to stuff, you know, perhaps a little too tightly. So I'm just wondering if those two cards are linked, and sort of right now you're somehow in the past in some way, shape or form, for a reason, you know, that feels good, and it may be serving a purpose for you now, but just so yes, to be mindful of that. Maybe someone from the past also, you know, possibly someone from the past has come back and benefited you in some way, possibly financially, otherwise emotionally. Yeah. The third card for you guys is about possible obstacles that may come up in the month of January. You've got the Wheel of Fortune card, quite a big card, very much a card about life's cyclical nature, destiny, and a turning point. So again, I think that is also linked and connected to the card before, and the first and the second card there. If we're talking about sort of life cycles and destiny and fate and stuff like that, you know, like what I said before, what goes around comes around, this kind of cycles, evolution, progression, advancement and stuff like that. But karma, you know, what we do now or what has been done in the past shows up now, or what we do now shows up in the future. So maybe some good stuff that you guys have done in the past is benefiting you now, but given that this is in the obstacle position, maybe something has come back around that scared you a bit or has not been good, you know, an unexpected turn of events, and perhaps this is making you kind of want to hold your cards close to your chest. You know, things can be very up and down, and life is always changing and turning, you know, and a lot of that, most of life is totally beyond our control. The Wheel of Fortune card, a very symbolic card, very much encouraging you to go with the flow. Maybe you haven't been, you have been holding on really tightly and kind of hoarding things out of fear. This is a card too, to be mindful of what you wish for and to be careful of what you wish for, and to make sure that your goals are based in reality and are not too idealistic or fantasy based. Yeah, I'm just thinking as an obstacle, I do think something from the past has come back around, and perhaps that is affecting you in a negative kind of way now. But remember, things always shift and change, and we're talking about a wheel here, so the wheel will keep on turning and you will move out of that as well. Hopefully the trick is to be as calm as possible and to be as objective, I think, as possible, and not get too caught up in the emotions. We see the Six of Cups, the cups being a card, a suit of emotions and feelings, relationships, family, all that kind of matters of the heart stuff. So maybe something there is affecting you and sort of throwing you off balance a little bit in the month of January. The fourth card, possible helpful tools that may be of use for you guys in January. You got the Ace of Wands, awesome card. You know, aces representing new things, brand new beginnings. Wands being the suit of passion, of creativity, of energy, of fire, of motivation, you know, matters of the soul. So you may be receiving an offer, you know, a gift that is an invitation to some new enterprise or some new creative endeavor, creative energy, you know, something that represents a new life purpose or passion, you know, real enthusiasm and inspiration showing up right now. So it would be very useful right now to grab onto this new energy that steps into your life right now. This card can be about family origins too, which I think is really interesting given the Six of Cups showing up often about the past, our childhood, reunions, nostalgia. card can be about invention as well, initiative, aiming high. So if you guys get a new surge of energy that comes in unexpectedly, from within you or externally, something shows up and is offered to you, grab that, even though it may feel very unexpected. You know, with the Wheel of Fortune there, card there, suggesting unexpected events may show up, and you might think, oh shit, you know, this is a terrible thing, or just something that just throws you completely off kilter that wasn't in your plans. The Ace of Wands suggests that whatever that is, it could actually be something very good, you know, very positive, very passionate, very new, you know, real creative endeavour, new project, something like that showing up. So be mindful of not letting fear, I think perhaps getting in the way, or fear of loss of control getting in the way. And I think loss of control and fear shows up in the past energy there with the Four of Coins, and sort of wanting to hold on to things that you have worked hard for, of course, but we suffocate things. You know, if we hold on to things too tightly, we create barriers and boundaries around ourselves. And really sharing things and sharing what we've worked for and being flexible around that. Sorry about that little beep. Being flexible around what we have in our lives and being generous, you know, I think can reap many rewards for those around us as well as ourselves. The final card you guys have for your reading is the Justice card, and this is in the outcome position for January for lovely Scorpios. Justice card, it's just amazing, these cards. You know, it's not just about justice being served and perhaps legal matters, but about cause and effect. And I think cause and effect shows up throughout this whole reading with the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Cups, the Four of Coins, and even the Ace of Wands. Cycles, karma, destiny, things in the past coming up now, things now coming to fruition in the future. So there is something going on for you guys in the month of January about wheels turning. Things before coming around now. You know, you get what you deserve with this Justice card. The truth coming out. Very much having to face certain things, decisions and choices that you made in the past showing up now and needing to take responsibility for that. And that may well be absolutely fine. If you've done good deeds, basically, you've got nothing to be worried about. But if things were a little bit off kilter, you may be having to face the music a bit this month. The best thing you can do, honestly, is be truthful and honest and act with integrity and take that responsibility for yourself, because everything has consequences, absolutely everything, including spiritual consequences. The Justice card, you can see in this card, there's a woman there sitting on, kind of a throne, holding a sword in one hand and scales obviously meaning balance and fairness. The sword being about logic and sort of balancing intuition associated with the scales and logic, and you know, and the universe seeks always, I think, to find balance and to find the truth. This card obviously also can be about, with the scales there, needing to make a decision. It can represent a positive legal outcome, so that if you've got some legal issues kind of going on, maybe something that happened in the past, a long-standing legal issue, maybe coming to a head now in January, but it does look positive, that there is a good outcome there. This is a card too of, you know, if things have been wrong in the past, or that someone has wronged you, they will get the just rewards, and vice versa. If you've done something in the past, may well be coming back right now to bite you in the butt, and to right things, to balance things. Balance and sound judgment are needed right now, and decisions are needed right now, and decisions will be made, I think, with or without you, either way. So I think this whole reading is as I mentioned, is talking about cycles, and what goes around comes around. I know I've probably said that a few times now, but I very much see that something in the past showing up now, perhaps throwing a bit of a spanner in the works, but also there is some good new stuff showing up, and that things will balance out and work out in the end, and justice will be served, and balance is always a really, really good thing. Interesting month for you guys, Scorpio. Okay, as I said at the beginning, I'd like to then pull a card from the Dreamtime Reading Card deck, and I use these as oracle cards, and I like to get one. This is a little booklet. What I do is get a card, shuffle and choose a card, and then I read from this booklet here. And I'm going to shuffle these, and this is sort of the overall theme, for the month of January. I'm going to shuffle these cards, which are huge, slightly awkward. I would like an overall theme card, please, for Scorpios for the month of January 2019. What is the final message for them, the overall theme for Scorpios in January 2019? And we're going to get this one, fig tree. Beautiful picture there. Dot painting. Fig tree meaning knowledge. Interesting, huh? Can't quite see it. Knowledge card. When I think of knowledge, I do think that links in there to the justice card, seeking the truth. Truth always does come out whether you want it to or not. I don't think the universe likes secrets at all. So I'm going to read now from the Dreamtime Reading Cards little booklet here about fig tree and knowledge. So Moreton Bay fig trees are grand evergreen trees that grow strong deep roots which hold up large wide branches. The trees are native to the eastern coast of Australia and produce fruit which is enjoyed by many of the native animals in our little valley. Traditionally, the Moreton Bay fig tree was often planted on places of importance. If you see a large fig tree in the middle of nowhere, it may even signify an Aboriginal camping place, a sacred space, or an area of knowledge and power. The fig tree is a symbol of life and knowledge. Trees are so important for manufacturing the air we breathe, and they do so by breathing in our waste. This is symbiotic. This symbiotic relationship reminds you that everything has a purpose. That reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune card, that sort of symbiotic relationship. Anyway, the fig tree stands as a witness to the changing seasons and the landscape around it, while bearing its fruit and supporting the wildlife that depend on it. Its lesson is a simple one. Stand strong, let your bare feet dig into the earth while you hold your arms to the sky. Breathe deeply and know that you are connected to both the earth below and the heavens above you. You are one with the world around you. Use this knowledge to form a deeper connection with the land on which you stand, and understand that the further you allow yourself to branch out and share your knowledge, the more abundant the fruits of your efforts will be. I think that's interesting. It talks about sharing, sharing your knowledge. To me, with the Four of Coins card there in the past energy, perhaps there hasn't been enough sharing, or you've been holding something very close to you, and this card is encouraging you to sort of share that. I think the knowledge too, as an overall theme, is related to the Justice card there as sort of an outcome, as the outcome card for January, in some sort of seeking knowledge and seeking the truth. And the sort of the cyclic nature there, I think, of trees, that kind of bear witness to a lot of stuff that grow and change and have a relationship with us, but also have a relationship with the earth and the air and the sky, and the sun. So, Scorpios, I really hope this reading has been of use to you. If not, that's totally okay. Maybe check out other readers, or your moon sign or your rising sign, or just check back in February. Sometimes a reading from a reader will really resonate with me one month, and the next month with the same reader I'm like, yeah, nah, that doesn't get me at all. Obviously this is general and anyone could watch this, so it may or may not click. If it does, awesome. I really hope it's of use to you. And look, I wish you guys all the best for January. Interesting way to kickstart the year. You know, I hope things get sorted for you and balance is found, you know. And I look forward to seeing you all in February. Bye.